right, we are going to do a simple situation, action, outcome sort of reading here. And I'll just start with one for the situation. Okay, so you have number 12, divine will, let go of fear. Okay. That's not gonna work. So the overarching theme here, right, is letting go of fear. So let's get a little bit more into the situation. All right, so it came out, we have the Queen of Materials, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and the Devil, okay? So the Devil can be about fear, right? Especially with that let go of fear. The Devil, this can be addiction, fear of the past, fear of kind of our shadow self. It can just indicate shadow work in general. It's almost like it can be unhealthy attachments, right? Or someone manipulating you, controlling you, things of that nature. Okay, so something with the situation, let go of fear. Obviously, there is fear or a lot of excessive thinking or worry, okay, potentially related to your stability. You know, because the Queen of Materials, she's somebody who she really values her own worth. With the Devil, there may be some tie to that, right? Let go of fear. You know, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of being rejected, the fear of not making enough money, okay? Things like this. There's a lack of self-worth here, and this is controlled probably by thinking, thoughts, programming, things of that nature. Of the Nine of Materials, there could be a fear of being alone. Now you have the Ten of Materials. This could be not feeling good enough because of where you came from. It could be family, sort of like thinking you're maybe on your high horse, right? Like you think you're better than me sort of deal, right? Like you've done something differently than them, or you're at a different position in your life than they are, and somehow they're angry about this, okay, and that's weighing into your fear, or this is them projecting kind of that fear and that insecurity onto you. Actually, it's pretty hateful, kind of what I'm seeing here, you know, like I'm actually seeing like a Family Guy clip in my mind. It's this horrible scene, I guess, you know, with Family Guy, where Lois is telling this lady, like, you know, you're trash, you're always going to be trash, or something like this. And then I'm also thinking of that Reba McEntire song, you know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy was my name. So, you know, I'm not calling anybody trash, but it's kind of this vibe. Like you can't rise above, you can't be better than us. And it feels familial in nature. You have the Emperor in reverse, right? This could be a father figure, but it could also be somebody controlling and manipulative for some reason. Then you have the Muse of Emotions. So in some ways, this is obviously it's playing at your emotions. Okay, it could even be like if you've done a lot of healing work and now you have emotional balance and you're kind of wise in this area and you speak well and you're empathetic and kind towards others. And maybe your family or whoever this is representing is more kind of manipulative, passive aggressive. They're not healed in those ways. And like if you're trying to model this behavior or talk to them kind of in an empathetic way and that's not their style, they find it like to be condescending or like you think you're better than them. This is weird. Whoa. Could be friends. You have the Three of Emotions. That could be with friends, or this could just be representative, again, of your emotional growth. Strength. And be encouraging you to be strong in light of this, kind of relying on your inner power, or it's an indicator that, you know, you've been really strong through this. But it is something about your strength that bothers them. Okay, we have the Six of Materials. This is the Six of Pentacles. Could be your generosity offends them in some sort of way. I feel like you have more. Financial stability. I mean, you have the 6, 8, 9, and 10 here of Materials or of Pentacles. Okay, let's see what the challenge here is for you when it comes to dealing with this. Although, I mean, it feels kind of self-evident, right? Muse of Materials. Okay. I mean, kings are about mastery, right? Mastering something, having stability, having wealth, being good with where you're at. So why is that a challenge? Seven of inspiration. So it's like you're always having to defend yourself, right? You're always having to prepare. It's like you feel good with who you are, but you feel like you can't present that way because this is making people angry in some sort of way. So you kind of have to prepare for how you're going to act, how you're going to watch your words, as to not offend people. Let's move to advice. So you have the Four of Inspiration, the Four of Wands, which is often about like happy home, stability, kind of being in a solid spot here. Let's get one more on this. Nine of Voices. So what I'm getting with the Four of Inspiration and the Nine of Voices is like to go where you're appreciated, right? Go where you're happy, go where you feel good. Because the Nine of Voices is really about anxiety, a lot of stress, worry, right? The Four of Inspiration is stability, happy home, right? Celebration. In this visual, right, it's a group of four women kind of connecting together. So I would say go where you're not having to worry, right? Somewhere where you can release that fear. The card is Divine Will. I mean, it could just talk about taking a step back, right? Assessing the places that you go. Where can you be your true self? Where can you feel good? Where can you be free from fear and anxiety? Because I don't think that this reading is like you need to let go of your fear. That sounded silly, but it's not like you're creating the fear, right? It's like you're going into situations where people are cutting you down. They're making you fearful. They're making you uncomfortable. They're saying, hey, you can't be you because that's not okay with us. That makes us feel uncomfortable, right? And that's not fair to you. You should be able to go to a happy home. You should be able to go celebrate with people who enjoy your company, who aren't going to make you feel bad. You shouldn't have to prepare, right, what you're going to say, how you're going to act to avoid offending others. I mean, unless you're just a really mouthy, mean person, then maybe you do have to watch it, but that's not what this is. Just get any final card for outcome. So actually what I want to do is, what's the fear if you choose to distance yourself from these people? Do you have the you have the Priestess, rather, which is the High Priestess. It came out in reverse. I'm not sure how necessarily I want to read that. But again, there's fear surrounding your own autonomy, right? Making your own choices, being yourself. I mean, the High Priestess can be about intuition too, but I feel like it's more about your autonomy, your sense of self, okay? And I feel like you're losing that. You may feel the fear may be like, who am I without my family? How can I be on my own? But it does feel like if you continue to be in this environment where kind of people are controlling and difficult with you, you're already losing a part of yourself, okay, because you're not being able to be yourself. So let's look at the outcome if you kind of step away from that energy. Page of Inspiration, okay. So there's excitement here, okay, exploration, feeling creative, enthusiastic, right? Pages are about kind of new beginnings, right? Starting over, right? Starting down something new, but it's exciting. It's fun. I mean, this is you getting to create your own life free from the judgment and restrictions of others. It's just, who am I? Who do I want to be? And then you have the Death card. Okay, so rebirth, rejuvenation, right? Transformation, kind of coming out of your shell, being able to be you, taking off that facade. I really think that, so there again, maybe it is you let go of fear, right? With Divine Will, it's like maybe this is the path you're meant to take, right? But let go of that fear of stepping away and being your true self, okay? And stop letting people control you. All right, I hope that helps. Take care.